Hey guys, welcome back to Shadowrun Dragonfall. We've just finished the mission with Eager, so we'll have a chat with her and see what she thinks about it. It's a pretty intense mission, actually. Eager welcomes you with a nod. Talon, what can I do for you? We should talk about what happened with the engineer. Agreed. I'm ready to go over it if you are. So, the engineer was working for a secret society. I wasn't expecting that. Neither was I, she frowns. A part of me is still having trouble believing it, but it's true. Yuli wasn't lying. I could see it in his eyes. Have you been able to do any digging on Winter Night? No, there just isn't much reliable information out there. Whoever these guys are, they're very good at information control. None of my contacts could find anything but rumor or conjecture, and most of that is too crazy to even consider. How crazy are we talking here? Completely insane. Stories about magical nukes and the end of the world, Fenris shamans, Ragnarok, that kind of thing. She shakes her head. Like I said, nuts. Maybe they're running a disinformation campaign. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, corporations and governments do it all the time. Why not these guys? Anyway, we stopped them cold in Shatnest, whatever their business is. Whatever was going to be in those crates that the engineer was having shipped there, it isn't our problem anymore. The cruise Passar is safe, on that front at least. I hope you're right. Chin up, fearless leader. We did good back there. Besides which, we still have a dragon to worry about. When I left the room to search for clues, the engineer told you something that pushed you over the edge. Her eyes narrow. That son of a bitch said a lot of things. What of it? What do you think? I want to know what he told you. With all due respect, that's none of your business, Talon. We can drop it. It's fine. She nods slowly. Yeah, that'd be the best. So is there something else that you wanted to talk about? If so, if you have any other concerns, then voice them. You said that you thought you could reverse engineer that pulse grenade that you pulled from the engineer. Any luck with that? Yeah, actually, it wasn't too difficult to pull the thing apart and see what made it tick. She smiles. Making one of my own was a different story, but I got it in the end. She reaches into her desk and grabs a cylindrical object. Gently, she lifts it up and hands it to you. Me, the newest addition to my arsenal, I call it the voltaic grenade. It's based on the same principles as the Russian pulse grenade, but with a few tweaks of my own. Nice. You said these things were designed for crowd control. Originally, yeah. Mine has a lot more bite though. I bumped up the amperage quite a bit. When that thing goes off, it'll both shut down the nervous system and cook the organs of anyone in its blast radius. Sounds nasty. She nods and tucks the weapon back in her desk. It is. You wouldn't want to be on the wrong end of these. For now, I've only managed to make one voltaic grenade. They aren't the easiest things in the world to manufacture or the cheapest. She nods thoughtfully. But I should be able to scrounge up enough raw materials to put a new one together between each run. Sounds good to me. Can we talk about something else? I don't have anywhere to be. If you have any questions, ask away. That's all, Eager. Thanks for the talk. Okay. So we'll talk to Gloria. I think she's got a mission for us as well. Let's have a chat with her. Gloria favours you with a weak smile, her expression cautious. You're suddenly aware of how very small she is. Hoi, Talon. I've got to admit, I've been dreading this. So, now that you know what I've done, what I am, are you here to tell me off? I wouldn't blame you if you were. No, Gloria, I'm not here to tell you off. Truth be told, I wanted to check in and see how you were doing. Not great. Struggling. About how you would expect. We left off in a bad place last time. I've been thinking about your story and I have a question for you. Yeah, what's that? You've escaped from Harrow, but he's still out there. If you're looking to atone for your past, don't you think that shutting him down would be a good place to start? She holds her silence for a long time. Finally, she nods. Yes. I've been thinking about this for a long time, Talon, and every time that I've gotten close to making a decision, I've turned and run away again. No more running. I'm ready to face this thing, but I can't do it alone. I'm going to need your help. I'm glad we're on the same page. Alright, if we're going to do this, we need to be clear on what our goal is. There are a lot of innocent people in that place, lost street kids who got sucked in by Marta and the other girls like her. Saving them won't be easy, but it feels like the right thing to do. But then there's also Harrow to consider. I want that man dead. Lord knows he deserves it, and if we don't make killing him our top priority, he might get away from us. If that happens, if he runs, he'll eventually start up another cult somewhere else where we can find him, and all of this will have been for nothing. We're likely to run into other complications as well, so I think that we need to make a decision here up front. What would you do in my place? Rescue the kids or take down Harrow? I don't think that we can manage to do both. I think if we only have one choice, if we're put in that situation, we'd have to let Harrow escape and rescue the kids. Probably the best thing to do. And then hopefully we can hunt down Harrow later on if that does happen. Freeing the kids should be our first priority. Re-raid Feuerstelle, round up the runaways, and clear Harrow's influence from their minds. Killing him will have to be secondary. I hate giving Harrow the chance to escape, but you're right, saving the kids is what's important. She pauses, considering her choice, and a smile flits across her lips. This feels like a path to redemption. This feels right. Glad to hear that we're in agreement. When you're ready to go, meet me at the van. It's a long drive from here to the Schonbach. She nods. Right, I'll get my things. Oh, and thanks, Talon, for everything. No worries. Do we have any data that we can sell? Let's have a look. Check your inbox. We've got 0 messages. Okay. Let's check out the storage. I'm using the grenade launcher. Talon has terrible aim no matter what weapon he uses. So I just picked this up because it has an area of effect. It's more likely to do some damage. Currently with the tech savvy armor 5 +1 intelligence +1 decking, it's pretty good. High explosive grenade. I think I should bring things that are gonna give me extra action points as well. So +2 willpower and -2 charisma is probably not that important. +1 willpower. Damage reduced by 4 for 5 rounds. I mean, that could be good. Hyper could be good. I do want the medkit. Do I only have 1 medkit? Glory's probably going to have a few. +3 action points is good. +1 action points. Oh, for 3 rounds. Okay. I might see what else I can buy from the shops. I think definitely another... Oh, I need a trauma kit as well. Okay, I'll grab that for now. Let's head out. Let's go see what else I can buy. And I don't have any elementals. This guy sells guns. Don't have very good range combat. I do have some skill points in the rifle. This could be good. The taser is probably close range though. Let's check out the rifles. SMG, Uzi. You know what? We're just gonna go with what we've got, but we'll check out the armor. Light security armor +10 HP. Armor 6. How much cash do I have? 7,500. If I'm not worried about decking, I'll grab that. I think we can sell things. Yeah, we can sell things from here. Might as well sell off a couple of these clothes here. Okay, 97, 10 damage. Drone repair, do I ever use that? Okay, let's sell that. Let's buy an elemental or two. Okay, consumables. Something with range would be good. Force 5 air elemental. Or maybe a couple of Force 4s. I'm gonna grab 2 Force 3s. Let's confirm that. Let's get out of here. Let's buy a trauma kit. Maybe another health pack. Actually, I'm probably running out of space now, aren't I? Yeah, that's the... plus 3 action points. Plus 1 action point. Got the air elementals, got the advanced med kit. I could just go with this. Hope I don't need the trauma kit. Can I grab that armor? Okay, I think I will need to change it before we go on the mission. Okay, let's go. Looks like we are heading out the back entrance. So back through the safe house. This is the way I think we came through this way when we first made it to the cruise bazaar. We'll take the van. Grab Glory, of course. Talon. Okay, she's got 1 trauma kit, lots of packs. Feuerstelle. The drive from the cruise bazaar to the Shunbach forest was a long one. For over 6 hours, you and Glory rode in relative silence, with only the sounds of the road for company. Now you find yourself crouching in the woods, watching, waiting. Off in the distance, the rustic exterior of Feuerstelle looks curiously warm and inviting, but you know what's waiting inside. The anticipation churns at your guts like a living thing. Eventually, a van pulls out of the compound's driveway and rolls out along a service road before disappearing from view. Glory gives you a nod and begins to scramble forward. Harrow has left the building. It's time for you to make your way inside. Okay, so this is where we get to equip our characters. We're going to remove... How do I remove that? I don't know. Here we go. Security armor, beautiful. Extra armor, extra HP. Grenade launchers, probably good. Let's remove... plus 1 AP. Let's remove that. We'll go to Glory. We'll move one of these as well. Oh, can I not remove that? Is that locked? Okay, so we need to do it that way. Interesting. And we'll grab the med kit. Oh, it doesn't go to the stash. Let's reduce damage by 4 for 5 rounds. Okay, let's go. You have karma available to improve. I think it's only 2 karma. Yeah, let's get out of here. The weathered edifice of Feuerstelle looms above you, dark and sinister in the chill night air. Despite the horrifying stories that Glory told you about this place, something about it feels strangely comforting. In the back of your mind, insidious voices whisper that you could stay here forever. Do you feel it, the lure of this place? Glory gestures with a limb of chrome and steel. When I was a kid, when I was whole, the pull was irresistible. Yes, I can feel it. It's almost pleasant. It's meant to be. That's how it gets to you. It worms its way inside of you, changes you, and you don't even realize what's happening until it's too late. She looks at you, her eyes are dark. When she speaks again, her voice is quiet but steady. You're going to see some terrible things here, Talon. Feuerstelle exists to prey on the young, and we're going to have to come to face with that. We're going to have to come face to face with that. Are you sure you're prepared for this? Don't worry about me, I'm solid. She studies your face for a moment longer, then looks away. Good. You want to compare notes, make sure that we're both on the same page? She nods. We save the street kids and runaways that are living here. We take them away from this place before Harrow can turn them into monsters. We keep them from following in my footsteps. This is your run, Glory. I'm just here to help you see it through, so what do we do first? Harrow keeps a shrine in the compound as the key to his control over the cultists. We're going to purify the shrine and break that control, and then we're going to lead those kids out of here. Tell me more about this shrine. It's a lump of rock about as tall as I am, inscribed with runes and encrusted with bone. Its power comes from an entity that Harrow bound into the stone, something very old and very dangerous, a toxic spirit. In many ways, it is the heart of this place. The voices that you can hear whispering in the back of your mind. Those are the spirit's voices. It saps the will of anyone who sets foot on these grounds. We can't save those kids until the shrine is dealt with. They'll fight us if we try. Confront the shrine, purify the spirit, rescue the cultists. Got it, let's move. She nods, and the razors flick out of her fingertips. I'm with you, let's do it. Okay. Looks like they've got a little farm here with vegetables. Let's head inside. Looks like this is where we need to go. The doorway shimmers with a faint red light. As you approach the door, you can feel a squirming sensation in the back of your skull. Your limbs begin to tingle, then feel heavy. The closer that you get to the doorway, the more of a struggle it is to continue moving forward. It feels as though the strength is being siphoned from your body. We don't have the willpower to fight it, so I will have to step back. As you step away from the door, the crawling sensation gradually recedes. A moment later, the strength returns to your limbs. Glory stares into the light, frowning. The shrine room is through there, but this barrier wasn't here before. Harrow must have warded the doorway after I ran. How do we get through? The ward is like a lock. There must be a key. Back when I helped Harrow run this place, he and I were the only ones allowed in the shrine room. So we look for whoever has taken my place. That's where the key will be. How will we know who that is? It'll be a girl. Harrow would never take a male as his second. He wouldn't want the competition. And her hair will be fire red. It's a sort of insignia of rank within the cult. A girl with red hair? Got it. Okay, let's take a look around. We'll head through here first. You can hear a distant murmuring sound coming from inside the room. Voices. 3, maybe 4 people, all talking amongst themselves. You can't make out what they're saying, but one of the voices sounds desperate. You've heard the tone before. It's the sound of a man pleading for his life. We should keep moving. Whatever's going on in there, we don't want to get involved. It sounds like somebody's in trouble in there. I don't doubt it, but we can't do anything about that right now. The cultists in there have been brainwashed by Harrow. Whatever they're doing, they aren't doing it of their own accord. After we've purified the shrine, then we can intervene. But if we go in there now, they're going to attack us and we're going to have to kill them. That's not what I came here to do. I'm not leaving without knowing what's going on in that room. You strain your ears to hear what the people in the other room are saying. As you focus, the sounds crystallize and become clear. You shouldn't have come here. The tools of government aren't welcome at Feuerstelle. You hear a soft sound. You recognize it instantly. A blade being drawn from its sheath. We have a use for people like you. Please, think about this. I have kids at home, not much younger than you. The voice is low and full of dread. I'm not here to represent any government. I'm not a threat to you. I was only doing my job. You're wearing a uniform. That makes you a tool and a pawn and our enemy. Harrow said so. I'm just a park ranger. I'm only here to do a wildlife survey. I don't even know what you people were out here. I didn't even know that you people were out here. But now you do. And if you leave this place, others will find out. You brought this on yourself. No, please. The voice dissolves into a long piercing scream. Oh, I want to kick open the door. Glory wants to hold off for the moment. Oh, I guess we're going to let Glory take the lead on this run. Oh, I'd hate to leave them in there like that. But we are going to have a look around. Not draw attention to ourselves just yet. Okay, another door. It's probably a different room. You hear voices speaking in low tones through the wood of the door. You can't make out the words, but regular choruses of rough laughter tell you that the people on the other side are enjoying themselves. Those voices belong to Harrow's acolytes. They'll have some magical training, and they like hurting people. You open that door, and we're going to fight on our hands. You open that door, and we're going to have a fight on our hands. How do you know that they're acolytes? Process of elimination. Initiates aren't allowed in that room. It's one of Harrow's rules. On the rare occasion that an initiate is invited in, he usually doesn't come back out again. What happens in there? Her mouth tightens. It's a sort of lounge for Harrow's inner circle, the acolytes and their bait girls and Harrow's wives. Marta and I used to spend a lot of time in there. Let's keep moving. Okay, let's not draw attention to ourselves just yet, and we are supposed to try to save them and not fight them if we can. So we'll go room by room down this hallway and see what we find. Looks like we can get into this one. No one's here. There is a van. Let's check it out. Glory pauses at the side of the van. She traces the side of it with a claw. I remember cruising the back alleys of Tübingen, looking for kids in need of help. The bait girls, Marta and the others like her, would offer them money, or food or drugs or sex, whatever it took to get them into the van. And once they piled in, Harrow and I would be waiting to greet them. Okay. Coming back here shows integrity, Glory. Most runners that I know wouldn't have done what you're doing tonight. Left to my own devices, I probably wouldn't have. You pushed me to do this to find some semblance of redemption. I owe you for that. Don't thank me until we're safely back in the cruise bazaar. We still don't know how this is going to turn out. She nods. That's probably wise. We still have a long way to go. Speaking of which, we should keep moving. Let's just see what's behind the van. Anything? Nope. A couple of motorbikes there as well. This is the Initiate's dormitory. The new arrivals are brought here. There's still hope for these kids, Talon. Harrow hasn't had a chance to ruin them yet. Good to know. We'll try to get them out of here. Glory raises her hand, suddenly alert. Wait, listen. Movement in the other room. Listen closely. You strain your ears to listen. Soft voices from inside of the room come drifting out of a nearby vent. You hear a woman's voice. The sound is crisp and smooth and sweet, and it instantly puts you at ease. Calm now, dear. It's probably nothing. No need to worry yourself. We're so far off the beaten track, we don't get a lot of visitors. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see Glory's back stiffen. She flinches as though she's been stung. Another voice, high-pitched and pleading, an adolescent boy. But what if it is someone? What if the bad people have found us? What if they followed me here and they've come to... The female voice cuts in, soft and comforting. Well then, we'll send them away. You're perfectly safe here, and you have to believe that. Don't worry, dear heart. Don't worry, dear heart. Harrow won't let anyone hurt you. Not here, in this place, not ever again. You hear another boy's voice. This one is deeper. Are you certain, Marta? Positive. Be calm, all of you. As long as you're in here with us, nothing bad will ever happen to you. Is that your Marta, Glory? She gives a curt nod. Not mine, Harrow's. But she's the Marta from my story, yes. What do you want to do? Glory pauses, grits her teeth. Finally, she spits out an answer. If she's still here, she'll be Harrow's number one. My old position. He had his way with all of us, but he was always sweet on Marta. That means that she'll have a key to the shrine room. Maybe we can talk to her, convince her to give us the key. Maybe, but not here and not now. Those kids in there, they'd all die for her. They already love her. That's what she does. We can't risk confronting her in that room. If the situation turns ugly, any one of those kids will happily eat a bullet for her, and that's not what I came here to do. You're right, we came here to save those kids, not get them killed. We'll wait until Mada leaves and follow her. Glory nods her assent. Mada's voice floats back out through the vent. Hush now, boys, and get some rest. You've got a big day tomorrow. The biggest day of your lives. You get to meet Hara. I promise you, after you speak with him, you will see the whole world in a different way, a better way. The adolescent voice trembles out a response. All right, Mada. Have a good night. A lovely musical laugh pours out through the vent. You too, dear heart, all of you. You hear the distant sound of a door sliding shut. Glory takes a deep breath and releases it. The coast is clear. We can handle the initiates. They're just a bunch of scared kids. Without Mada there to egg them on, they won't try anything. No time like the present. Okay. Hello? The initiate closest to the door whips his head up to look at you. He takes a stutter step backward in alarm, then opens his mouth to cry for help. You don't want to do that. Gloria looks deep into the initiate's eyes, transfixing him. We're not here to hurt you. I don't have street etiquette, unfortunately. We're friends of Harrow's. Don't bother calling Mother out here. We're just going in there to have a word with her. The initiate eyes you nervously. His gaze flits to Glory, then falls to her cyber limbs. He swallows. Yeah, okay. He takes a step back. You do that. Don't think he believes us. Can we talk to the female initiate? The initiate by the door is staring at Glory's limbs, her eyes wide. She's a mousy little thing, probably somewhere in the vicinity of 17 years old, with purple contact lenses and a shock of blue hair. She glances up at Glory, blinking. You used to live here, didn't you? I've seen your picture before. Glory's expression remains neutral. Really? I think so. I didn't look at it long. It was in a room that I wasn't supposed to be in, but I'm pretty sure that it was you. It probably was. You're right, I did live here a long time ago. I was like you back then, a scared kid, brought here by Marta for a chance at a new life. I like Marta, she's so nice. I always feel safe when I'm with her. Most adults aren't like that. They either don't notice you or they do for the wrong reasons, but Marta, she cares about us. There is a long pause, and then the initiate looks to you, screwing up her courage. She speaks. Can I ask you a question? Go ahead, ask away. Well, I overheard Marta talking with Mr. Harrow yesterday. I think that they were talking about our meeting with him, the one that Marta was just telling us about, where we'll learn to see the world in a different way. Go on. Well, I couldn't really hear the whole conversation. It was all muffled, but what I could hear was a kind of weird. Mr. Harrow said some stuff about a shrine, and then it sounded like he changed the subject because he started talking about dinner, something about chopping up meat. Well, Marta got real upset. Said they're too new, they're not ready, make the older ones do it, stuff like that. But then Mr. Harris said some other things, and then she calmed down again, and when she left, she was smiling. And so I was just wondering, do you know what they were talking about? I want to make sure because Marta is okay. I want to make sure that Marta is okay, but I can't ask her about it because I don't want her to find out that I was eavesdropping. Sorry, I'm new here myself. Gloria, do you have any ideas? Could be any number of things. She turns to face the initiate. Her voice is gentle. I wouldn't worry about it, sweetie. We'll make sure that Marta is okay. Alright, but don't tell her that I told you, please. Don't worry, we won't. The girl smiles sheepishly and steps back. As he passes by her on your way to the door, Gloria shoots you a sidelong glance. I don't know for certain what Harry has planned for those kids, but I do know one thing. Whatever it is, we aren't going to let it happen. Agreed. Now, I'm just wondering if I can do a quick save here, if I can run out and check the other... Oh, there's 2 more doors? How many more doors are there? Oh, there's... I'm just wondering if we can check the other doors before we talk to Marta. Okay, there is some stuff here to look at. Okay, this looks like Harrow's office. There's the terminal, there's the large book. Let's check out the terminal first. Now, I do have decking. Oh, no! I changed my armor, so I've lost 1 point in decking, which means I can't hack this terminal. I do have decking 4. Oh, I hope that's not important. Let's check out the large book. An ostentatiously large tome sits cradled on this pedestal. The paper is robust and fibrous, and the binding has been expertly stitched. A steel plate running along the book spine anchors it to the pedestal. Glory stares down at it, frowning. Harrow's manifesto, the handcrafted line of bullshit that he feeds to his initiates. We all ate it up with a smile and came away convinced that he was a genius. She leafs through the pages with an articulated finger. Looks like he's expanded it over the last few years. It's at least twice as thick as it was when I lived here. Maybe there's something in there that we can use. I wouldn't want to hang around long enough to find out. This is Harrow's personal library. He used to experiment in here. There were dangerous things in here. Talon. Sick things. I think we need to investigate. I was never allowed in this room without Harrow. Nobody was. He said that it was for our safety, and I think that he was telling the truth. She pauses. I feel uneasy being in here. I don't want to stay any longer than we have to. Okay. That's just your old self talking, your past, coming back to haunt you. After a long pause, she nods. Maybe you're right. It could just be nerves. But that doesn't make the feeling any less real. Go ahead and leaf through the book if you want to, but try to be quick, okay? I don't want to stay in here any longer than we have to. Leaf through the beginning of the manifesto. You flip through the early pages of the manifesto, find what looks like a good place to jump in and start to read. When I first set out on the path to free living, I realized that I'd have to rethink all of my earlier assumptions about life. I'd have to question my own values and beliefs, and I'd need the strength to trust in the answers that came to me. The prospect was daunting, but it was also necessary. The road to true freedom is paved with unanswered questions. After all, you can't learn to be free from a book. The answers won't come from a Bible, an instruction manual, or a code of conduct. If you don't learn that, you'll never break your chains. The path to true freedom is one that each of us must walk on his or her own. What makes life worth living? What in life is truly valuable? And what is the dross that can be burned away? I spent weeks dissecting every aspect of my life to find the answers to these questions. Slowly, agonizingly, I pared down the list until only 4 items remained. These 4 items became the cornerstones of my new philosophy, and the basis for everything that Feuerstelle stands for. Love. The first cornerstone and the most important. Without love, life is bland and meaningless. Without love, we might as well be machines. Love what you do, love the people around you, but above all, love yourself. Self-determination. The second cornerstone, each of us must be his or her own shepherd, no more gods and no more kings. Your life is your own. Lash out against anyone or anything that tries to treat you like property. An assault on your freedom is an assault on your whole being, and it must be met with an equally ferocious response. Charity. The third cornerstone. A miserly life is an empty life. If each of us is his or her own master, then nobody should live as a serf. By helping others along the path to enlightenment, so that we enrich our own lives. Passion, the final cornerstone. Complacency is poison. Be wary of it. Ambition is the key to a fulfilling life. Don't settle for what is. If you do, you abandon what could be. You hear a rustling sound behind you. Glory. Turning, you can see a troubled look on her face. That ominous feeling is getting stronger, Talon. It feels like we're being watched. Continue reading. Leafing through to the middle of the book, you find a section dedicated to Harrow's rules of living. Be free. Be free in all things and experience that freedom with your whole being, body, mind, and spirit. Discard the oppressive traditions of modesty and shame that you've been indoctrinated with since birth. The free thinker has no use for them. Your body is a source of pride, of pleasure, and of succor. For yourself and for others, enjoy it and share that joy freely with those who desire it. Be selfish. Don't enslave yourself to others at the expense of your own happiness. Take what you want and do so unashamedly. Our desires are an important part of what makes us human. Society has trained us to hide that part of ourselves from the world, but the free living person doesn't cower in the shadows. Own your desires and rejoice in them. Selflessness is ultimately dishonest, and dishonesty has no place in a free society. Show reverence. The free-living person understands that the only true governance in this world is the law of nature, and that in nature there is a hierarchy. The rabbit doesn't question the wolf. The mouse does not wonder why it must run from the cat. They do because they must. Their survival depends on it. As it is in nature, so it is at Feuerstelle. Know your place in the food chain and understand the mechanisms by which you can better yourself. Know your place in the food chain? Doesn't sound all that great. You leaf forward and find that there are at least 20 more pages worth of rules. Each is worded vaguely enough to have multiple interpretations. You hear another rustling sound. Glory moving behind you. She stares down at the rules of living, a look of disgust on her face. Okay. I'm getting the feeling that the entire thing is written in doublespeak. I doubt if there's a single statement in here that isn't contradicted somewhere else. She nods. A fact that Harrow and I used to our own advantage. We could justify just about anything by pointing to that manifesto. If an act is forbidden in one place, it's permitted somewhere else. If an initiate ever questioned our behavior, we could claim that he just didn't understand the meaning of the book. The other kids would look at him as the ignorant one. It's all bullshit, like I said. Clever bullshit, but bullshit all the same. Glory freezes up, her shoulders hunch and her eyes narrow. Talon, that ominous feeling is getting closer. There's something in the room with us, I'm sure of it. We need to get out of here now. Keep an eye out. I have to finish this. There might be something in here that we need. The final pages of the manifesto devolve into semi-cohesive rants about anarchy, social Darwinism, free love and the Horn God. You've seen this kind of thing before. Harrow's philosophy is collapsing under its own weight. Unfortunately, none of his cultists seem to have caught on to that fact. Done. This philosophy of Harrow's really starts to break down. Glory lets out a startled cry, cutting your sentence short. Out of the corner of your eye, you see her wheel to face something behind you. All at once, the room fills with a slaughterhouse smell, a smell like blood and bile and feces, the stench of an abattoir. Uh-oh. As you turn to catch sight of something sliding into the world, it looks like a charred man with a pair of tortured faces, where its shoulders should be. The thing burns like a Roman candle, spitting white, hot sparks in a fiery plume. An oily substance runs down between its dangling legs and spatters onto the floor. And where those drips land, they burn. Talon, look out! Well, I had zero chance to do anything at that point. How much health does this thing have? 40 health points. She could do that. I think claws are a better option. We can give her haste and maybe Talon. Or does that take 2 action points to use haste? Okay, let's see if we can take away the action points of this thing. Hopefully we get a stun. No. Yeah, I don't like that Talon is out in the open now. Let's just try another regular attack. Okay, Talon does need to get some... Well, I guess I can get some cover here. I'll take a... Acid Bolt. I guess we can hopefully get lucky with this. There we go, 4 damage. Nice hit. The body of the thing that attacked you begins to dissolve at the moment of death. As you watch, its tissues break down into a growing slick of bubbling pitch and rendered fat. What the hell was that? Something from another place. Glory stares at the remains of the creature, now a dark stain on the library's floorboards. Like I said outside, the boundaries between the physical world and the astral space are weak here. Things can come through. I think that we've gotten everything from the book that we're going to. She nods. Let's get the hell out of here. We need to keep moving anyway. Okay. Let's take a look at the health situation. Okay, so lost 10 health points. We did get extra 10 HP from the armor. Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't access that terminal. If I was using the other armor, I would be able to do it. But there's always a payoff. I didn't... Yeah, you don't know what you're going to come across when you start these missions. And you often can't explore absolutely everything. So anyway, let's go and deal with Marta. Marta is just on the other side of this door. However this goes, we're going to have to move quickly afterward. If she dies, Harrow will know it, and I don't trust her to keep her mouth shut if she lives. So we take the key to the shrine room, break through the ward, and confront the spirit. Are we clear on that? Crystal, let's do this. The woman in this room is lovely. Full lips contrast artfully with her fine elvish features, and a tumble of fire-red hair spills down over her shoulders. Beyond her physical beauty, there's something inherently approachable about her. She exudes an almost palpable aura of kindness and warmth. Marta, Glory's old lover, the lure that Harrow used to draw her and so many others to Feuerstelle. I'm just seeing if there's any pictures of Glory left behind, but it doesn't look like it. There's a little white flower here behind the shades there. She looks up with a start at the sound of your approach. Her eyes go wide at the sight of Glory as she takes in her cyberware. Her mouth falls open in horror. Glory. Yes, Marta, it's me. Glory's voice is cold. It's been a long time. It has. Marta swallows. The horrified look hasn't left her face. Glory, what have you done to yourself? What I had to do, I got out, Marta. This was the only way. Oh, Glory. All at once, the horror on Marta's face is replaced with an expression of profound sorrow. I am so sorry. Marta steps forward, her arms extended to wrap Glory in her hug. All at once, something in Glory's face changes. Her skin goes from pale to pallid and her breath becomes ragged. She takes a step back and raises her claws into a defensive posture. Her voice frosts over with cold rage. Don't you touch me. You're one of Harrow's creatures. You always were. Marta stops short. One of his creatures? Glory, what are you talking about? You aren't fooling anyone. Glory's... shall we just stay quiet for the moment? Let's say nothing for the moment. You know as well as I do, you worship that monster. You seduced me into coming here so that I would worship him. If you hadn't found me, if you hadn't baited me, none of this would have happened. None of what? I haven't done anything. If you had just left me where you found me, I never would have hurt anybody. My mother would still be alive. I never would have sold my soul to that abomination that you all worship, and I wouldn't have had to sacrifice my own body to escape from it. This place took everything from me, and it all started with you. She looks genuinely hurt. Harrow and I rescued you from a life on the street. A beautiful girl, homeless, penniless, living in a gutter. I pulled you away from all of that. I saved you. There is a long pause. Glory stares into Marta's eyes, her expression unreadable. I don't feel much anymore, Marta. Most of the time, I'm completely numb. But for you, I can make an exception. I hate you. I'm sorry that you feel that way, Glory. For my part, I still love you. The razors flick out of Glory's fingertips. Her lip curls into a snarl. Another lie, the last one you'll ever tell. I think that we should hear her out. Something strange is happening here. She nods eagerly, her eyes fixed on Glory's razors. I'll prove it to you. Ask me anything you want. I'll show you that I'm telling the truth. I never wanted anything bad to happen to you, Glory. Not ever. She wheels to face you. Why are you listening to her? She's just telling you what you want to hear. That's her whole purpose here. Remember, she's bait. Why should we listen to anything that she has to say? The cultists aren't responsible for their actions, remember. That's as true for Marta as it is for everyone else. She was here long before I was, before Harrow started using the shrine. She made her own decisions just like I did. No excuses. She's here because she wants to be. She brought me here because she wanted to. Her choice. That might have been true then, but she's been living under the shrine's influence for a long time now. She's no more in control of herself than anyone else here is. Oh, I don't have street etiquette, unfortunately. Maybe she's been compelled to lie to us, I'll accept that. It doesn't mean that we should trust her. She fidgets in agitation. We're wasting time and we need that key. If Harrow gets back here before we've dealt with that shrine, we're fucked. You need to hear what she has to say. Let's go with... I want to know everything that we can about this place. If she wants to talk, let her. Glory stares at you for a moment, naked hostility on her face. Then the racers slide back into their housings with a click. Alright, Marta. Start talking. What do you want me to say? You can start by telling me how you sleep at night. You know what happens to the kids that you bring here. You know what happened to me. But you're still luring them here, into Harrow's clutches, all these years later. So tell me, how do you live with yourself? Explain it to me. For a moment you can see the conflict behind Marta's eyes. If cognitive dissonance had a face, it would be hers. Confused, frightened, angry, at war with herself. For a moment she struggles to speak. Then the whispering sensation that you felt outside of the compound comes back and her face changes. The muscles of her brow relax and she appears to be at peace. Why are you asking me this, Glory? You already know the answers. The kids here, they aren't being hurt. They're walking the path to a free and pure life, just like Harrow taught us. The shrine is whispering to her, Glory. I can feel it too. She's blissed out on it, like you said. Marta continues, her joyful smile widening. Her voice is placid. Harrow is a great man, a prophet. True sacrifices have to be made, but what he brings in return, it's so much love. Glory, you remember? Glory grits her teeth but gives you a small nod. Yeah, you're right. After so many years living here, I don't know if she even knows what normal feels like anymore. She steps forward and grabs Marta by the shoulders. It's a curiously soft gesture. Marta, if what you're saying is true, if you ever really did care for me, then please give me your key. It's important. She blinks. Key? Whatever you use to get past the wards outside of Harrow's shrine. I need it. Don't ask why. Just do this for me. You owe me that much. She looks momentarily conflicted, then the moment passes. No, Harry said that I had to guard this. He told me that I could never take it off. I can't question one of Harrow's orders. It would be wrong. Okay, luckily we can use academic here. Don't you see anything ironic about a cult devoted to freedom and rebellion with a totalitarian leader? She blinks. Clearly she doesn't understand. Marta, if Harrow actually believed in the rules that he's taught you, he wouldn't have a problem with you questioning his orders. She blinks, then that whispering sound returns, soft and insistent, and the flicker of unease on her face is replaced with an easy smile. You just don't understand. You don't see the beauty of Harrow's vision. You don't feel the love. Then maybe you could explain it to me. Maybe if you could answer my questions, I'd be able to see the light. She nods eagerly. Yes, please go on and ask your questions. I'll explain everything, and you'll see for yourself how perfect and right our way really is. How beautiful it can be. Okay, Harrow is hurting the runaways that you bring here. You can see that, can't you? Her smile shifts into an expression of mock concern. Hurting? How so? He's corrupting you all. How many of them has he taken as wives, yourself included? She rolls her eyes at you. A lesson in Puritan values from a Shadowrunner. How quaint. This isn't about you, I don't care what you do. I'm talking about child abuse. Harrow doesn't take the young ones for wives. I don't know what Glory's told you, but he isn't a monster. And even the youngest initiates here aren't children. Not really. Her voice goes soft. Life on the street took that from them a long time ago. Feuerstelle lets them be themselves, but in a safe place. Certainly safer than the back alleys of some urban hellhole like the one you live in. I was young when he chose me, Marta. Maybe not innocent, but young. Somewhere deep down you know that this is wrong. When you lived with us, you didn't think it was wrong. You loved it here. You can rewrite history to cast yourself as the victim if you want to. If demonizing me helps, you can do that too. But nobody ever forced you to do anything, Glory. Glory falls silent. The colour drains from her face. This is clearly a difficult subject. I don't know what you were hoping to achieve by bringing it up, but I promise you, you aren't going to convince me to abandon my way of life. Our ways here are our own. You can't change that. All that you can do is accept it and move on. I can see that Harrow has you brainwashed into thinking that this is okay, but Marta, it isn't. You just don't know when to give up, do you? Our ways aren't yours, but that doesn't give you the right to judge us. Who are you to impose your ideology on this commune? Not going to attack. An outsider, someone who hasn't been corrupted by Harrow or his pet spirit, I'd say that qualifies me to offer an opinion. I'll tell you what you are. You're the kind of person that Harrow has always warned us about. Your sense of moral outrage doesn't trump our right to live the way we choose. She takes a deep breath. Struggles to calm herself. If you have more accusations to hurl at my husband, go ahead and do it. I'll tell you how wrong you are. I prefer you keep this conversation civil, but that's up to you. There's something else that I'd like to ask you about. Go ahead, I won't stop you. I've read Harrow's manifesto. It looks like he spends a long time talking about charity. She nods eagerly. Yes, of course, charity. The kind that I practice when I rescue young people from the streets. But then in his rules of living, he says that all free thinkers are supposed to be selfish. Well, yes, but... And after that, he says that only the strong deserve to prosper, so which is it? Mada blinks. She looks momentarily confused, and then you see the conviction clamp back down behind her eyes. You just don't understand the beauty of this message, the truth behind it. Okay. Harrow is evil, you get that, right? I mean, he worships the devil. What else do you need? The smile dies on Mada's face. I don't know what Glory told you, but the adversary isn't the devil. Calling him that, reducing him to a cartoonish embodiment of evil, is an insult. The adversary that I revere is the personification of rebellion, conflict and change, of anarchy. The fact that you live in Berlin but hold the adversary in contempt proves one of two things. Either you're ignorant or you're a hypocrite. From what I've seen here tonight, Glory was right on the mark when she said that the adversary was evil. If anyone here is ignorant, it's you. Her lips curl into a sneer. Harry warned us about this kind of backward thinking, but I wasn't expecting to hear it from you. I'd always assumed that you Shadowrunners were savvy enough to know that good and evil don't exist. 9 times out of 10 I'd agree with you, but Mada, the adversary, is a special case. Somewhere deep down you must know that. Mada sighs, and her voice takes on a condescending tone. I don't have to believe anything that you tell me. You don't get to dictate my spiritual beliefs. The fact that you're even trying is sad, Gloria. I expected more from you. I'm done with this. If you want to go on slandering the idol that I serve, do it somewhere else. As for you, you can either change the subject or you can get ready for a fight. I won't hear any more of your blasphemy. Okay, well, we tried. I've tried everything to get her to hand over the amulet peacefully. Seems like we've failed, but maybe not. Let's ask her. Let's ask her to hand it over. Oh yes, she nods eagerly. I'll give it to you. She being sarcastic. She fishes the amulet out of her blouse. It dangles on a golden chain, glinting in the firelight. Here, it's all yours. Yeah, I don't trust her. Put it on the floor and step back. I don't trust you. Alright, fine. If that's how you want this to go, then so be it. She swings the amulet on its chain. If you want this, you're going to have to kill me for it. Glory shifts into an attack posture. When she speaks, her voice is unsteady. I'm sorry that it came to this, Mada, but you're too far gone to save. If what you think is a fight, if what you want is a fight, we'll give you one. I feel like there's something we missed, and it was probably on the computer. Because it really looks like there's a way that we can turn her back to the good side. I didn't want this, Glory. I wish that we could have come out of this, friends. But you haven't convinced me of anything, and I made a promise to protect this with my life. Best of luck with that. I won't need luck, outsider. Harry, my husband, taught me how. She stares at Glory and her eyes are sad. She raises her hands and they begin to glow. See for yourself. Alright, we tried. And why do the enemies always get to go first? Well, she got to move first. Luckily, she didn't get to attack first. So what I like to do here is use haste on Glory. Although it would be nice if Talon had some cover. Is this just ranged attacks? Plus 15% to hit. Let's give Glory the plus 1 AP. She can hopefully stun. Okay. Yeah, -2 action points. Let's do shredding armor. How much health does she have? It looks like a lot. 60. Okay, regular attack. Okay. Kids are running. Let's get partial cover here. Take an aim shot. 10 damage. And Glory should be able to finish her off. Nice. Glory stands staring at the red ruin of Marta's body. Her eyes flit down to her claws, and an expression of growing horror creeps across her face. You okay, Glory? It takes her a long time to respond. Her voice is choked with long dormant emotion. No, I'm not. I'm sorry, but it had to be done. She snarls out an answer. Her face was flush red. Yes, I know. She was just as bad as Harrow. Killing her was the right thing to do. To your astonishment, you see that her eyes are welling with tears. Glory. All at once, the blood drains from her cheeks. She wipes the water from her eyes with a cold, metal hand. Save the consolation speech. I'm over it. Her voice is frigid, dead. She nods in the direction of the shrine room door. We got what we came here for. Let's go finish this. Okay, I'm going to grab this. Item picked up. Marta's amulet. Yeah, I wish I was able to check that computer. Anyway. It's done now. The path we've chosen is the path we've chosen. We have the amulet so we can get through this door to the shrine. Let's see if we can deal with this once and for all. Yeah, the door is open now. As you step forward, the scintillating red light that streams from the doorway flickers and dies. There is a strange lurching sensation in your gut, but it clears almost instantly. The door swings open with a touch. That seems to have done it. Glory nods, then reaches into her satchel. Her hand comes back out, clutching a small jar. I'm going to put a smear of this on your forehead. It's a sort of alchemical balm. Her voice goes quiet. Harrow taught me how to make it. She unscrews the cap from the jar, revealing a pale white ointment. The surface glitters strangely in the dim light. If you ever wondered where my share of the take from our jobs has gone, this is the answer. Powdered auriculum isn't cheap. What does the ointment do? The boundaries between the material world and the astral plane are weak in this place. Things can bleed through. The balm is like a lens. It focuses your perceptions, makes the haze real. She applies a smear of ointment onto her forehead. It looks like a glob of glittering white paint. With this, we can deal with the spirit on its own level. Sounds like a plan to me. She dips her finger back into the balm and traces it down your forehead. The ointment feels cool and oily on your skin. That's good, because we don't have another one. She fishes in her bag a second time and pulls out a pair of silver necklaces. A rune-inscribed pendant dangles from each. This will protect your astral self from spiritual possession. Don't take it off while we're dealing with the shrine, whatever you do. Got it. Glory puts on her own pendant. The necklace glitters slightly against her pale skin. I don't know what's going to happen when we step into that room, Talon. We're playing with the forces outside of our control. Are you ready to do this? Ready as I'll ever be. Let's go then. Once we've purified the spirit, we can see about rescuing those kids. Harrow will get away, but we can worry about that later. That's the plan. Let's do it. Okay, let's go. Okay, here's the room. I would like to apply all of the buffs before we get into battle, but we need to wait for combat to begin. If combat does begin, let's find out. As you approach the shrine, a chorus of high, sibilant voices fills the air. The sound is light and airy, but something about it fills you with a bone-deep dread. Welcome home, Glory. Glory's eyes go wide. She opens her mouth to speak, but no sound escapes her. Glory, what? Something slams into you, a wave of intangible force that turns your consciousness inside out and sends shockwaves reverberating through your mind. The world lurches and everything goes black. Slowly begin to stir. Murky, flickering impressions invade the oily stillness of your unconscious mind. The sensations come in waves, washing up over you and jerking you back toward consciousness. You smell acrid smoke and burning meat. The roar of distant flames whispers in your ears. When your eyes flutter open, a dull red glare fills your vision. As you attempt to struggle to your feet, you become dimly aware that the gravity here feels wrong. Everything is heavier than it should be. Slowly the waves grow still and your senses calm. You find yourself staring into an infinite horizon. The blasted ruins of Feuerstelle stretch out in all directions, as far as the eye can see. Holy shit. Warily she surveys your surroundings. I'd say that's an understatement. Where the hell are we? I can't say for certain, but there's one thing that I'm sure of. Whatever this place is, the adversary holds sway here. So this place, whatever it is where we're going to find the spirit, right? Yes, it'll be here somewhere. Okay. Well, let's carry on. We've gone to some kind of underworld place. The upside down world, perhaps. This is where the spirit resides. And I suppose where it's going to be the most powerful as well. Let's go through this portal. Okay, a couple of elementals. Yeah, unfortunately haste here is 2 action points, which is going to leave Talon out in the open. That's unfortunate. I guess I can hopefully stun the Seeker with Glory and he won't get to attack again. Nope, missed. Let's do the armor piercing. 13 damage. Okay. Might actually just get cover. Okay, one down. Ooh, Mauler, 50 health points. 16 damage. Oh, she lost 1 action point there. Oh, come on, Glory. That's a shame. Healing 2 HP. Oh, he keeps doing action point damage to Glory. That's pretty frustrating. Let's see if we can get bleeding here. Oh, she's missed 3 times in a row now. Glory's got 1 action point left. Doing a little bit of damage with the pistol. Okay, it's going after Talon now. Gets to move and attack. Does 11 HP of damage. Let's use the adrenal pump. Should have used that earlier, actually. Oh, come on, Glory. Why is she missing so much? She's missing so much. Good grief. This thing's gonna kill Glory, it's ridiculous. We can use medpacks outside of combat. That was a terrible fight, Glory. she's got to get it together because she's just missing absolutely everything there. She missed like 80% of those hits. Now we're going to waste a med pack on her. Alright, we're going to have to waste... We're going to waste 2 med packs now. Glory. Confirm. Okay, wasting 2 med packs before we even get into battle, into the main battle. That sucks. His heal's 20. He might as well do it now because he's down 20 health points. So let's hope we can get through this. Okay, okay. I'm gonna get some cover here with Talon. Okay, why can't I shoot with this? Is it a distance thing? I'm not sure. Okay, you can't shoot with that. Can take a shot with the pistol. Can't use haste. Can use Eagle Totem, but I do want Glory to run in to do her special attacks. Unless we take 1 turn getting up closer, it's possible we could do that. Do burst fire. We do have the adrenal thing as well. That lasts for 3 rounds. I think we'll do that. Okay, still gives her 2 action points. We can... Do I want burst fire or shall I try for the stun? Let's try for the stun over here. Okay, I think that's in cover there, so let's go for the one that's not in cover. Yeah, I did want to hit both of them with the grenade launcher, but I don't know why I can't shoot. Okay, now I can... Maybe they were out of... No. That's weird. Oh, it takes 2 action points to shoot? Okay, maybe that's why. Okay, Glory. I think the best thing to do is cast haste on Glory. Let's take 2 action points, but she'll get 3 action points in return over the next 3 rounds. Let's do Eviscerate. We'll take out 1 enemy at a time. Come on. Come on. Okay, 1 down. Here comes the big guy. Burst attack there. I think we should take out this one. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, Glory. What? You gotta hit, Glory. Otherwise, we are not gonna last long out here. She might get stunned. Oh, this guy has a healing ability as well. Yeah, Glory, you needed to finish him off last round. What are you doing? Get Talon to take a shot. Nope. Aim shot. Nope. Okay, okay. It's all up to you, Glory. Nope. Okay, you can't hit either. Come on. Oh my god. Alright, I may need to reload this. Just too many misses. Sometimes you do. You just have to reload. Is this thing gonna die next turn? It's wounded 7. Minus 2 HP around. Okay, that's a shame. Just not doing enough damage to it. The grenade. The grenade missed both of them. How did that happen? Might as well finish off you. And then try to stun this guy. She's missing a lot. Now she's stunned herself. Missed 1 action point there. Okay, 6 damage with the grenade launcher. Laura's only got 1 action point left. This thing's healing as well, another 10 damage. Yeah, so that's unfortunate because taking a lot of damage means in the final battle here we might not do so well. Let's try a aimed attack. Laura's only got 1 action point again. Just try do a regular attack here. Nope, she keeps missing. Yeah, this is probably going to be a reload. But I will try. Oh, she's stunned. Yeah, she could be stun locked now, actually. Yeah, she's really wounded, isn't she? Oh, I don't know what to do now. Is it worth continuing or shall I reload? I guess I'll try. How much health does Talon have? I think I needed to do that battle a little bit better. I will do a quick save. Right, well, we can attempt it. Let's attempt to continue through. Hopefully there's no more waves of those elementals. I thought we were just going to go straight to a battle with this spirit, but we have to face many of his minions along the way. That's unfortunate. The thing hovering before you is hideous. Its broad chest is jacketed in scale-like patches of burning coal, and its many sets of antlers shimmer with heat. It smells like a barn fire, wood smoke, burning fur, and blackening bodies. The spirit inclines its head toward Glory and spreads its arms in welcome. Glory, welcome, child. It speaks in a chorus of clear, lilting voices. You don't hear them so much as feel them. The sensation is strange, like hundreds of butterflies fluttering in your chest. What a pleasure it is to see you again. Glory steps forward, trepidation on her face, standing before the towering form of the spirit. She looks frail and small. She takes a deep breath, steels herself, and speaks. I know what you were, spirit, before the adversary twisted you, before Harrow bound you into his rock. She drops a hand to the satchel at her side. I can help you to be that again. All that you need to do is let me. The spirit chuckles, a strange warbling sound that sends a shiver down your spine. We are not in need of help. We are our great master's servant, just as Harrow is, just as you are, despite your misguided attempt to cut away his love from your heart. The voices in your head soften, become sad, but the fluttering in your chest turns ugly, like the buzzing wings of a swarm of blowflies. You have mangled yourself beyond repair, and you did it despite him, he who was your greatest benefactor. You betrayed him, child, but he loves you all the same. Cut the shit, spirit. Slowly, terribly, the spirit begins to turn. You can hear the crag and pop of splintering vertebrae as its enormous head shifts on its shoulders. It fixes its cavernous gaze on you. Your friend, this outsider, slanders our great master, but we take no offense. His words are like the babble of a newborn babe. He is ignorant of the truth. The spirit inclines its head toward you. If the noise continues, we'll teach him, and the babble will cease. Glory shoots you a sidelong glance. She mouths out a word. Don't. I have a message for you from our great master. He has a gift for you, a peace offering, one that he offers freely, a sign of his continued affection for you. He knows that you desire his servant's destruction. As a symbol of his love, he'll grant you the power to bring an end to Harrow. He knows that you wish to free the children of Feuerstelle as a sign of his compassion. He'll help you set them free. You can have everything that you want, child, all of this and more. Let's remain silent. That's a nice pitch, Spirit, but you neglected to mention the price. The Spirit leans towards her, clasping its hands. This will cost you nothing, a simple gesture, a trifle, a show of good faith. If you demonstrate your love for him, he will reward you beyond your wildest dreams. Remove the protective ward from your neck, and his gift is yours for the taking, yours forever. Say nothing. Glory cranes her neck to look up at the reeking, cadaverous thing that looms over her. I had my own limbs hacked off to get away from the adversary. I paid somebody to do it. That's how badly I wanted to be free of your great master. Your offer is as pathetic as it was predictable. To be frank, I'm disappointed in you. The barn fire stench of the Spirit thickens, and its antlers glow white. The heat radiating from the thing is like an oven, a kiln, a blast furnace. If you rebuke our great master a second time, I will chew what's left of you into mulch. The marrow from your bones will nourish the garden. I promise you this, child, I promise. I have a better idea. She dips a hand into her satchel and produces a ceremonial dagger. The blade shimmers eerily in the light. We're going to purify you, Spirit, and after we've finished, you'll help us rescue those kids. The Spirit cackles. Very well, child. If pain is what you seek, we'll bring it to you. Beneath its leathery skin, the thing's bones begin to shift, straining against the ligaments and tendons that bind them. A hideous crackling sound fills the air as its skeleton splinters and pops. As you watch the Spirit's body begins to rupture, great lesions open up in the creature's chest and back, and its ribcage cracks from some horrible internal pressure. The Spirit's chest heaves, and a foul liquid pours from the rips in its flesh. A flash of light stabs your eyes, and when your vision clears, you find 3 identical spirits floating before you. Death comes in many forms, child. The fluttering sensation in your chest grows into a rasping pain that steals the breath from your lungs. It feels like you're being eaten alive. Yours will be swift and brutal. Okay, this is bad. First thing I need... Well, a few things I need. I need cover for Talon. There's cover here. +1 action point. +1 intelligence. Pop this down. Okay. -1 AP. Missed, that's unfortunate. Okay, we're going to use the adrenal pumps. Missed. Gee, come on. Not a good start to this fight. Oh, they're going after the elemental. Uh-oh. A figure materializes out of shadow. The form is wispy and insubstantial. A projection of a man, distorted by distance, his silhouette ripples like a flag in the wind. Through the haze you can see his face. He is more beautiful than handsome, with sculpted features and an unnaturally youthful complexion. His expression is sad. Harrow. Glory. The voice is deep but faint and marred by echoes. It sounds as if he's shouting from the far end of a long tunnel. You shouldn't have come here. I was content to let you live out your life in peace. I've come to put an end to this place, Harrow. This place and your pathetic, sickening cult. I don't want to kill you, Glory, and I won't unless you force my hand. The flickering silhouette spreads its arms wide. Ask me for my protection, and I will usher you out of this place. You can leave Feuerstelle in peace if you ask me politely. I might even let your friend leave with you. I won't abandon your victims here, Harrow. Not again. I'm going to burn this place to the ground. My only regret is that you aren't here in person to burn with it. The projection of Harrow sighs. A fight, then. Very well. The air all around him begins to pulse with scintillating bursts of colour. His rippling, transparent form glows with heat from within. You brought this upon yourself. Okay. Glory. +3 action points. We could use the cram. Wait, why she only got 1 action point? Have we Did he appear mid-combat, mid-round? HP. Oh, gee. Oh, come on. Oh no, he appeared at the... Why did she only have one action point? Let's try the -1 action point against this guy. This wind elemental, air elemental, is not doing too good. Try this. Nope. Come on, you got to do something. I might as well just use the pistol. 8 damage over 2 rounds. Wow. At least he's taken some of the fire. Yeah, at least, they're not firing on talent. So that's definitely something. Okay, Glory's got 4 action points now. That is good. Okay, he's gone. Okay, you're gone. Is this the one I need to hit? Okay, you're gone. I think this is the one I actually need to hit. Okay. 113 of 30 HP. So the air elemental doesn't have a good... Oh no, this is the pistol. Okay, hopefully I can keep this air elemental around for quite some time. 52% chance to hit. It's 40%. Could just do 4 of these. Should hit with 2 of them. 4 damage is not great. It's better than nothing. Ugh. 9 damage, okay. It's got I can't see the health at the moment. 100 health points. Missed. I'm gonna stay here under cover. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, these things are gonna keep coming back. This is not good. Now, I think these are the illusions. So let's focus on the real one. Oh, they are losing. Oh no, they've got the same health points as this guy. Okay, yeah, so this is the real guy here. Glory. Shall I give her cram? Six action points. Talon. Wind Dancer. Nope. Okay, 14 damage. Okay. The regular attacks. 1 missed. Hopefully this one hits. Nope. Oh god. Okay. 9 damage. 14 damage is good. Okay, we've got it down to 61 health. Glory's got 6 action points. If she can get lucky here, well, she needs to get about 10 damage each strike on average, which is probably going to be tough to do. Strip suit armor. Let's try to strip armor first. Okay, we'll do that, and then we'll do the regular attacks times 5. Okay, looks like we're not gonna finish it off this turn, but we will do a lot of damage to it. 42 health. Missed. One more shot. Okay. Yeah, these illusions, I don't think they do any damage. Or very little damage anyway. Oh, he's back. Oh, he's gone. No, he's turned to the dark side. 20 health. Six damage, six health left, hemorrhaging minus 5 HP a turn, bleeding minus 2. He's gonna die next turn unless he gets healed up. Oh, nice! Weakened, the spirit's form flickers and sparks. The burning coals that cling to its body fall off in clumps, and its searing antlers begin to cool. The chorus of lilting voices warbles and shrieks as its body transmogrifies into something else. Through the haze you can see Harrow's eyes go wide. At once his rippling silhouette begins to fade back into the shadows whence it came. His body becomes insubstantial. Go ahead and run, you fucking coward. Run back to the real world, and whatever hole you crawled out of, we'll catch you. Shadows in the shape of a man smile back at you. The distance in his voice has increased. It sounds like he's shouting from miles away. I don't think so. You don't even know where the real me is, Glory. Oh, don't worry, we'll find you. We're good at that sort of thing. The projection flashes you a condescending grin. Believe whatever you like, fool. It won't do you any good. Years from now, I'll still be doing what I do, and you will have accomplished nothing. We've stopped you for now. The kids that you've lured here are going someplace safe. That isn't nothing, Harrow. It's everything. The projection chuckles. The sound is thin and hollow. You know better than that, but nothing makes me happier than the sound of you lying to yourself. Goodbye, Glory. The shadow slowly dissipates and Harrow is gone. Son of a bitch. Glory continues staring for a long moment at the spot where the projection of Harrow vanished. Her expression is unreadable. Slowly she turns away. The spirit's writhing form continues its transformation. Twisted claws buckle, break and reform. Charred bone begins to heal. The barn fire stench of it slowly dies away, replaced by an array of more pleasant smells, oak and pine and mineral oil, rustic feasts and mulled wine. As it cools, the spirit raises its head. Its body is as shaky as a newborn foal's. What has happened to us? What have we done? Say nothing. What have you done? Terrible things, spirit, loathsome, unforgivable things. You have corrupted children, turned them into killers. You've been a party to violence, torture and the desecration of corpses. You've created monsters. The spirit cringes, shaking its great head from side to side. It doesn't speak, but a low rumbling sound emanates from somewhere deep in its chest. Unpleasant to think about, isn't it? But you have to, spirit. You can't run from what you've done. Your actions are a part of you, whether you like it or not. The rumbling sound turns into a tormented howl. The noise conjures images of mourning mothers and caged animals, screeching orphans and dying men. It is a sound of pure, unmitigated despair. Glory takes a step toward the giant creature. Listen to me, spirit. I need your help. We're here to rescue the cultists of Feuerstelle, the street kids whose minds you touch. We're getting them out of here before the adversary can do to them what it did to you. The spirit stares at Glory for a long moment. Finally, it dips its head in a nod. Yes, we will help you. I'll be damned, something's gone right for a change. The spirit bows its head. We have withdrawn ourselves from the minds of the people here. They are themselves again. Thank you. We'll take our leave of you now. The heart of Feuerstelle's head jerks up in alarm. Wait, we wish to do more. We have much to atone for, as you said. Just what do you hope to do? Make amends, heal the sick and the wounded, bring them the succour of hearth and home, but we can do nothing without your help. We are still bound to this shrine, anchored here. We cannot leave without your assistance. Tell us what you need us to do. We need an appropriate vessel to carry us out of the rock, something touched by magic but more dead than alive. It dips its head. Do you have anything that can help us? Gingerly she reaches up and wraps a hand around the protective board that hangs around her neck. Yes, I think that I do. Say nothing. With a single motion she snaps the chain, the pendant falls to the floor. The heart of Feuerstelle lowers its eyeless head, then traces an elaborate gesture into the air. A warm glow envelops it, and a similar glow spills from Glory. There is a bright flash, and the spirit is gone. Glory, are you okay? Slowly she rises. She looks you in the eye, a quizzical expression on her face. I can feel it, the spirit. It's bound to me now. So what does that mean for us? Can the spirit help us, like it said? See for yourself. She raises an arm and you feel a burst of warmth, comfort in your, a burst of warmth and comfort in your chest. It wants to help people, to heal them. It wants redemption, just like I do. Together, maybe we'll find it. So she can heal now. That would be pretty amazing. Behind your eyes, your vision starts to twist. It feels as though you're being turned inside out. Time to go. With the spirit's link to the adversary severed, this entire reality is falling apart. See you in the real world, Glory. Yeah, she offers you a grateful smile. I'll see you there. Slowly you swim back to consciousness. Struggling to your feet, you find Glory already standing alert. I can feel them. The spirit set them free, but they're trapped somewhere here in the complex. The initiates, you mean? Yes, and others. She surveys the room, a worried expression on her face. We need to find them and get out of here. The connection between the compound and wherever we were is breaking down. As that place disintegrates, more and more things are spilling through, like rats fleeing a sinking ship. She nods. Yeah, and it's only a matter of time before Feuerstelle is consumed too. Look into the corner there. Look in the corner there. You can already see it happening. I'll take your word for it. Let's move. Okay, we are back. And we're still in combat mode, so I don't know if we're still going to be fighting with anyone. Maybe some spirits will be appearing, I'm not sure. Let's make a run this way. Talon's still got 3 action points. We'll send Glory out as well. Let's just bring her out to here. Let's get out of this room as quickly as possible, and then I think we need to rescue any of the kids that are nearby. I might actually haste Glory. She can use this. I might as well do that as well. I don't know what we're going to be facing, so I might as well use the buffs now. Okay, so that's 1 action point. Oh, she's got a healing ability now. Heals the last wound taken by the target. Okay, do I need... Okay, heading over there, it seems. Okay, maybe this is where the kids have run to. Let's head over there in that direction. Talon's gonna have to sprint. Glory will get there much quicker. Let's move 2 action points first. I get the feeling she can deal with pretty much anything that comes her way with those 4 action points. But I don't know if we're going to get back into battle. Let's go and have a look. Clear the rubble. Okay, okay. Okay, what are they all doing in here? I can't interact with them. As you kick the door open and stumble forward into the room, you find yourself surrounded by a sea of teenage faces. Initiates and acolytes huddled together and trembling with the spirit's influence cleared from their minds. Their swagger is gone, they look frightened and lost, like kids who've had their security blankets torn away. Glory, is that you? The acolyte in his early 20s. The acolyte is in his early 20s, close to Glory's age. His eyes are wide with astonishment. You don't know me, but I was a new initiate back when you lived here, when you were... She cuts in, but her voice is gentle. Yes, it's me. Come on, we're taking you to safety, someplace far away from here. A scrawny teenager in a ratty coat stares at Glory. Stares at Glory's chrome, his mouth hanging slack. His voice cracks when he speaks. What happened to you? Your arms? Something that you'll never need to worry about. Come on, let's get the hell out of here. Couldn't have put it better myself. Come on, people. We're taking you someplace safe. You thread your way through the trees of the Schomburg forest, tracing your way back to the thicket where you and Glory hid the van. The inferno that consumed Feuerstelle is spreading, and the conflagration casts the forest around you in a sinister orange light. The heat at your back is intense, unbearable. Far ahead, Glory blazes a trail for you to follow, shredding the foliage in her path. The liberated initiates teeter on the edge of panic as they struggle to keep pace behind you. The fire is moving fast, but you're faster. As Glory helps the last of the kids into the van, you put the vehicle in gear and punch the accelerator. The burning ruin of Feuerstelle recedes into the distance, a glowing speck in the rear-view mirror. The peace and safety of the cruise bazaar lie ahead. So where are these kids going to go, I wonder? 2 karma. I'm going to need more than 2 karma for that mission. It's quite a good mission actually, but pretty tricky. Okay, what do we do? Let's check out our objectives. The cruise bazaar, right. Okay, only 4 karma points. Not a lot I can do with that. Okay, don't see any objective markers. Let's go to the safe house. Let's go chat with Glory. Glory stands, an introspective look on her face. At the sound of your approach, she turns to face you. She nods at you. Thank you for your help with Feuerstelle. I couldn't have done it without you. Speaking of which, I've been meaning to talk with you about that. After the things that we saw in there, I'm not surprised. Go ahead, Talon. I'm listening. What did you wind up doing with the cultists that we rescued? Did you send them to Samuel? No, he has enough to worry about keeping the people of the Cruise Bazaar safe. Those kids that we rescued, they've been damaged by Harrow's philosophies. They can get better, but it's going to take time. Trying to integrate them into our society too quickly would be dangerous. So, where did they go? I took them to the talismonger, Algernon. He said that he knew a place where they could get help. It won't be easy for them or quick, but they'll get better in time. Harrow got away just like you said he would. She frowns. Yes, and he's already putting distance between himself and the Skundbok forest. How do you want to go about tracking him? Finding Harrow is going to be a full-time job. I can't track him down while we still have a great dragon hanging over our heads. After we've dealt with Vauclair and the Firewing, I'll devote myself wholeheartedly to finding that bastard and finishing this. But for now we need to keep our eyes on the road ahead. You looked distraught when Mudder died. How are you holding up? Her expression clouds, as well as can be expected. My feelings on this are complicated. You loved her, that much is pretty clear. Yes, a part of me still loved her, and the rest hated her for what she represented. Am I ultimately sorry that she's dead? Yes, but I'm not sure what the alternative would be. Say nothing. Motto was a new definition of the term damaged goods. I can't even imagine the amount of psychological trauma she'd be carrying if she were alive today. It'd take her years to recover, and in that time, she'd still be dangerous. All in all, it's probably better that things turned out the way they did. That's what I keep telling myself anyway. That answers all of my questions. Thanks for taking the time to talk. Anytime, Talon. And thanks again. I mean that. Okay, so that is it for now. Quite a long mission with Glory, and we've completed the missions, I think, with all of the fellow Shadowrunners. So we'll get back to the main missions next time.